Hey everyone, what's up? This is Blaze, and welcome to Ask Blaze, episode 9 on this fine Monday morning, December 16th of 2013. So, just want to say thanks to everyone who commented about the t-shirt stuff that I asked about in the last episode, because that was interesting. I just kind of wanted to know what people thought about me doing something like that. It probably won't happen until next year sometime. I'm thinking about, summer around there when I have a lot of time to put something like that together, but it's just kind of an idea for right now, so thank you guys for the people that responded to that and kind of gave me an idea of what people were thinking in terms of, t-shirts or any other kind of merchandise in the future. So thanks for that. Thanks to everyone who commented on the last video and gave me some questions, because there's a lot of questions this week, so that was awesome. Keep that up. And, don't forget to comment for next week for a chance for your question to be answered in Ask Blaze episode 10. So, this is episode 9, and I just wanted to go over some update stuff to start out today. And, the major thing that I did mention for, the past 2 Ask Blazes, I think, was the 25k giveaway. So we did hit 25k last week, which was awesome, really exciting. That was something I've been looking forward to pretty much for the entire last quarter of 2013. So in the fall and kind of most of the winter, I was waiting to hit 25k. So we did last week, so that was awesome. The 25k giveaway is up and going strong right now. It's on my channel, so if you're watching this today on Monday the 16th, then you have 2 days left to enter it. It'll end probably later in the day on Wednesday, so you have a couple more days to enter that. If you haven't, I'll try to remember to put a link in the description to that giveaway, but if it's not there, then you can just check my channel and it'll be in my recent videos, so you can go ahead and make sure you're entered into that, because it's 2 bundles, so it's pretty cool. And make sure you're entered and doing all that good stuff for that giveaway. So I already said thank you in that video, but thanks again for you guys for helping me get to 25k, because I think it's a pretty big deal for me, and it's really exciting, so thank you guys for that. In the background, I'm actually playing on a new server that I haven't really done any recording on yet. It's the Mineplex server. I actually got word of this server through Captain Sparkles or Jordan. He's been kind of tweeting about it and doing stuff. I think he's been doing some recording on it as well. But yeah, it's a really cool server. They added some new survival games, maps, and stuff, so I've been playing on it. It's really fun. I think I might do some recording on it with either Dimitri or Blue sometime soon, because survival games on this server is actually really cool. I don't do too much survival games, but when I was recording today for this, it was actually pretty fun. I did 3 matches of it, and I'm showing one of them here. So yeah, pretty cool. I think we're going to be doing some more stuff on it in the future. Okay, so with that, let's go ahead and get started with questions for this week. And the first one comes in from Nick Farmer. And first he says that he would like to buy a t-shirt, because that was the question I asked everyone in last week's episode. And his question is, what is my all-time favorite video game? Well, I'm going to go ahead and say that my favorite video game is just one of the games from my childhood called Croc, Legend of the Gobos for, I think, PlayStation 1. Yeah, it was PlayStation 1. I like that. That was probably one of my just because of I look back, I think back on it, and it's just all nostalgic. It's like a nostalgic feeling looking back on that game, just because I played it so much and I enjoyed it a lot. And it's not a game that I would like to play again. It's just a game that I like to remember, and that kind of thing. So I like that game. Other games, I really liked the Crash Bandicoot games, the first couple, and then Crash Bash. My brother and I would multiplayer play that together on the PlayStation 2, I'm pretty sure, and that was a ton of fun. So we like those games. Crash Team Racing, that game was amazing. So just those older games are probably my all-time favorites. Even though I like games currently, it's kind of weird. I like games like Crash Team Racing and all that stuff, but it's not a game that I would play anymore, just because it's I'd rather play a more recent game, stay up to date with Wizard, obviously, and then play new games that come out, well, I don't really play too many new games. I usually watch Let's Plays of new games and that kind of stuff. But yeah, those games, probably just because, of the nostalgic feel that I have towards them. I guess that's pretty much the reason that they're some of my favorite games. GW Gaming asks, could you make a Minecraft Skyblock series with Blue and our other friends? That's actually a really cool idea. I'm only familiar with Skyblock from a couple of YouTubers. I haven't really watched all their stuff, all their like parts of their Skyblock series. But yeah, it's an interesting idea. Probably not something that I would be able to do too soon. It might be something that would happen next year sometime when I'm a little more free. But hey, I don't know. Maybe we're not gonna actually have as much time as we think if Khrysalis Part 2 comes out early next year. So we're just gonna have to see. It's something that I would definitely consider, but probably not at this moment. Simply Dina asks, have you ever heard of KingsIsle reaching out to Wizard 101 YouTubers, like giving them upcoming bundles to show their viewers before it's released? If not, do you think that KingsIsle will ever do that? Specifically, do you think they would reach out to you? Well, have I ever heard of KingsIsle reaching out to other YouTubers? No, I haven't. I don't think they've ever done something like that to YouTubers. I've actually in the past, I have contacted them and tried to ask them about stuff like that, and they say they only give out stuff to official Wizard 101 fan sites, and YouTube is not considered a fan site, or a YouTube channel that's Wizard 101 related is not considered an official fan site, and they don't do anything with them at all. I don't expect KingsIsle to ever reach out to me, and I'm perfectly fine with that, because stuff that I do for giveaways, I purchase myself. They've never given me anything to give away, even like sneak peek stuff. No, I wait and I get everything the same time everyone else does, so I don't expect them to do anything like that, and they only do it to their official fan sites. And now, for Wizard 101 at least, you can't even become an official fan site if you make it like a blog or something like that. You can't even, they have there's like set number of like 10 or so, and that's it. So only those sites will get that kind of codes or whatever it is to give away and stuff. So yeah, I do my own giveaways, I buy my own stuff, and that's how I do all that. Xepris, I think, asked, do you ever play Wizard 101 without filming some parts of it, and you only progress during recordings? Well, for the Road to 95 series, we only progress when we do record. We don't record battles though, or like mob battles. We do record boss fights and stuff like that, and like dungeon fights, but we don't record just regular like collect quest mob battles. We don't record those because they're kind of boring, and we don't really always have stuff to say in those kind of battles, because it's the same attacks and stuff like that. So we don't usually record that kind of stuff, because we just think it'd be kind of boring and draw it out a little more. For other things with Wizard 101, usually my daily stuff I do on Wizard 101 is just gardening and just kind of looking around at if there's any like new crown stuff or like sales or anything like that. That's usually my stuff. I obviously don't record that because there's no reason to, but I don't know. That's just kind of my usual stuff, which I don't record. And then I do record like Road to 95 when we decide to progress in that, and that's about it. And then if we have like a random video I need to record or a new update or something like that, then I'll record that. Austin, a Firecatcher, says that he would definitely buy a shirt, and he asked in part 2, what type of spells would you want? Well, this video actually hasn't gone up yet, but in our in the next couple videos, which we do the Eclipse Tower, where we get the shadow spells in the Road to 95 series, Blue and I, and our special guest in the series, which you guys might be able to guess, we all talk about what we think is going to be the new spells of part 2, and just a bunch of other stuff. So what we kind of talked about, we're actually, here's a sneak peek for you guys. What we're actually planning on doing is doing a kind of podcast style type of video where we just talk about part 2. We just speculate on everything about part 2, what we think, new spells, new bosses, Morgan, Shadow Palace, all that stuff. We're going to have I was about to say live stream. No, it's not going to be a live stream. It's just going to be a podcast where we record for about an hour and just talk about stuff. So that's what we're going to have soon. After Blue and I finish up the Road to 95 and complete Khrysalis Part 1, we're going to get some of our friends and just do a podcast style kind of interview thing where we talk about Part 2. So that's what you guys can definitely look forward to. That's going to be a lot of fun. And for me in part 2, what type of spells do I want? I think there's going to be new 98 spells for every school, but what we kind of talked about is that there would be, they would require like some shadow pips in order to cast them. So like a certain spell would require like a shadow pip as well as regular pips. So it's kind of like combined with shadow. That's what I think like the next logical step is for Wizard 101 spell progression and all that. But we're going to speculate and talk about all that stuff in our in the podcast stuff video. So look forward to that probably either late December or early in January. Shahid, I want to say, I'm not good with these kind of names, asked, why do you blade blue if Forest Lord is stronger than Scarecrow? Because when I'm with a death, I get bladed. Yeah, it makes sense. Forest Lord is a stronger attack, but blue has about 20 to 30% more damage for death than I do for my school. So that's the reason that we blade him. We're hoping that he can get his Deer Knight spell, so that he'll probably use that in the series. Well, I don't know if he's going to be able to get it before the end of the series, because he's doing his crafting thing, and he's trying to get to that level of crafting. But yeah, Deer Knight would actually be a better spell for him to use instead of Scarecrow, because Scarecrow's base is only 400. So that makes sense. Yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying on that. But I just do it because he's going for more DPS and more damage, so that's the reason that we were blading him instead of myself. But I do backup spells and attack when I need to. Kate asks, do you feel that games like Minecraft and Wizard 101 have been shot way off the original premise than they originally intended? I would also like to say yes, I would buy merchandise. Thank you. So, have Minecraft and Wizard 101 been shot off from what they originally intended, the original purpose of the game? Well, let's start with Wizard 101 because it's a lot easier for me with this one. Yes, I do actually think, I wouldn't say way shot off, but I say it's the original goal or intent has changed for Wizard 101. I mean, they obviously, I would think that they didn't originally plan on having shadow spells and having, you know, all these really high-ranking spells, high-ranking bosses and worlds. They obviously didn't plan on that. They planned on hitting level 50, beating Mouser, and then that's the end of the game. But then they, you know, with expansions and stuff, they decided to go past that and add some new stuff. And then the original idea changes. So that's kind of what happened with that. So I think it's changed, but I wouldn't say it's way off the original intent, because it makes sense. The progression of Wizard does make sense to me. For Minecraft, I say Minecraft is a lot different, because Minecraft, yes, I would say it's way off its original thing, because originally Minecraft was just like a survival thing. They added multiplayer and that kind of stuff, and now there's entire servers that you can go on with mini games and all this stuff, and it's just crazy with mods and all this. So I think, yeah, Minecraft, they definitely didn't, there's no way they could have intended the reach and just creativity of the community in Minecraft. I think it's really just insane, the amount of stuff that people are able to make with this game. But yeah, Minecraft, I would definitely say it's been escalated way more than they originally intended when creating the game. Okay, final question comes in from Cole, and he asks, do you watch Game of Thrones, and if you do, what is your favorite character? Well, yeah, I've watched up to Season 3 of Game of Thrones, and it's supposed to, the 4th season is supposed to come out sometime, 2014, I think early 2014, so I'll be looking forward to that. But my favorite character, I really like, I actually really like Arya Stark, because just of, like, her personality and her nature in the show. And then I also like the Hound a little bit, because just the way he acts around Arya. So I kind of like that, kind of the relationship that they have, even though it's kind of weird. I really like those characters. And then, of course, I also like Tyrion Lannister. Just because, I don't know, just because of the way he is in the show and his jokes and stuff like that. I just like him as well. So, yeah, Game of Thrones is a really cool show. Actually, right now I'm watching Almost Human is a new show. What channel is it on? I don't even know. Just look it up if you're interested. Let's just look up Almost Human, and you'll find out what show is on. It airs on Mondays, so today will be the new episode. And I don't know, it's like a futuristic sci-fi kind of show where there's robots, kind of like iRobot, that help the police force in order to combat crime and stuff. And they had like a Breaking Bad kind of episode recently with like transporting drugs and like cracking down on drug dealers and stuff. So it was it's a really cool show. I like it. I would definitely recommend it. It just started, so it wouldn't, if you're interested in it, it wouldn't be that difficult to catch up on it. I think there's about 4 or 5 episodes so far, so not too bad at all. So definitely something I would look into if you are interested in kind of that, because I watch a lot of TV shows, or at least I try to, and that's one of them. That's really cool. So yeah, thank you for the question. Always happy to talk about TV shows that especially ones that I'm really interested in. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for the Ask Blaze episode 9 for today. Thank you guys for all your questions as always, and make sure that you don't forget to put your questions for next week in, and we will answer them then. What is next week going to be? Next week is going to be the it's going to be the 23rd, so I think so. Yeah, 23rd. So that's going to be like pretty close to Christmas, so that'll be a fun one. I don't even know. Well, we should do something. I should do something special for that. We'll do something Christmas related, even though these are kind of Christmas related because I'm using the Xmas texture pack. But anyway, probably dragging this out. So don't forget to answer your question, or put your questions down to be answered for next week. And as always, make sure you guys all like this video so I know that you guys enjoy it. And I'll see you guys next Monday.